Bond, international cultural consultant and etiquette expert. Today, I'd like to take a moment of your time and talk about the new workplace. What are things going to be? What's the best environment for all of us to start working post this pandemic, or are we maybe still mid pandemic? One thing we have gotten that's positive out of this pandemic is the realization that we can successfully work from home. While we were all forced into it early on in this pandemic, and we made the pivot quite well, by the way, 83% of employers feel they pivoted successfully. And technology allowed for this. Technology existed, it just wasn't being used to the extent today. In December of 2019, there were 10 million daily users on Zoom. Today there's 300 million. And it also really accelerated the development of new technology, some that was already in the works. So we can continue this because while we were at home, many families with young children, while the schools were closed due to the pandemic, teachers were not able to teach, so parents became the teachers and the full-time workers and taking care of the households. There was a lot of stress, a lot of pressure, but what the studies say is despite all of that, we're more productive, and by the way, we're happier. So that is something we learned. We learned what was really important to us. We had the luxury of taking a step back, a deep breath, and realizing what are our priorities. What do we really value? And what we found, many of us, was it was just really time and time with family and friends. That's really what mattered most. Oh, that and maybe adding another room or to your house, or maybe a deck or something. Home improvement really soared. But we did learn that we can be productive. Some studies range from anywhere from 15 to 40% more productive from home. But not everybody is able to work from home. Not everybody's job allows that. But for knowledge workers that are able to work from home, good for you. It's great. But it wasn't great for everybody. It pains me to say that the UN Women's Report indicated that domestic violence for girls and women around the world increased. And do you know, in the United States and a lot of parts of the world, especially in poor and rural parts of the United States, broadband service is severely lacking. Lots of people were trying to learn from home using data on a mobile phone. That's pretty tough. So things like this, these deficits were more pronounced, they were more exposed during this terrible pandemic that we're enduring. And maybe the exposure can help us fix those things. So even if you live in a rural place, we can get some broadband to you, because with this remote working, or working it hybridly, seems to be the best model. The vast majority of workers around the globe would like to work in a hybrid model. People would like to have the flexibility, that's the key, to work in the office maybe 2 or 3 days a week, or at home the rest of the week, or wherever you'd like to be. There's been a resurgence in something called the third place. It's not home, it's not the office, it's that third place where they have good internet and you feel comfortable and welcome, and you can work from there if you like. Maybe your favorite coffee shop. There are many different models for this, and perhaps maybe you work for a firm that says come in a week every quarter, or maybe you don't really need to come in with technology. You can live anywhere in the world, which is great for retention, because up to 40% of people said they are willing to quit their jobs if they do not have the flexibility to at least work hybridly. And for employers, this is, wake up and smell the coffee, because working hybridly and employing hybrid or remote workers opens up your employment pool. You've gone from a small geographical area to the world, as long as they have good internet. So look at that. And because when people are happier, they're more productive, they're more innovative, and things get done better. And frankly, add all of that together, and we're all even healthier. So, for all the leaders out there, lead with kindness. Doesn't mean you're weak. Heck, you could be a very strong leader, leading with kindness, and be empathetic. We've had the curtain pulled back for the last year. We've been sitting inside everyone's living rooms or at their kitchen table with them and their families. So empathy is going to be incredibly important. We need to trust that people are doing the work and get out of this old time mindset of the manager walking the floor, management by walking the floor. Those days are over. We've learned that people will be productive, even more productive. Just give them the flexibility. Maybe if there is not a time constraint that you need to be working from 9 to 5 on Zoom with other people, be open to let them just get the job done. Measure your success by the productivity, not how many hours they're sitting in their seat at the office. If they need to work at 3 o'clock in the morning to get everything in that they need to get in with all that life is bringing them, so be it. As long as they're meeting the goals and you're profitable and productive and you're innovative and you're creative, then what the heck? So if you want to retain people, you want to attract people, this is how you're going to do it. A very open-minded leadership is going to lead us to the next level, and the technology is going to come up with something far greater than someone just trying to recreate the office online. We've got to be a lot more creative than that. We can do it. We've learned we can do a lot. So leaders, please think about this. Look at the research. You need to be open to a hybrid model for the sake of your productivity, profitability, and for the sake of your team members. You want your employees happy and healthy and productive. So as always, everyone, best of luck. Please, everybody, stay healthy, stay safe, stay productive. And as I always say, please be kind. Thank you.